Alright, Schlockmeister fans. What do we got here? Something with George Buck Flower called Love Games. Let's watch. Gotta zoom way in here, not to show her boobs or anything. This woman was cheating on her husband, and then when he came in, she shot him. The guy she was screwing has to get out of there quick. She calls him later. It was all a scam. He wasn't really dead. They just want to extort money out of this guy.
Probably about 25,000. We've got to hush this up. I know a man.
After she gets off the phone with him, there's the dead man.
He's hooked. Now fuck me, you big O. That's all you're good for.
25,000.
There's $25,000 in there. For God's sakes, don't lose it. Now, the question is, do you have an attorney?
Time to celebrate.
Here's to us, Robert, and our first million.
All right, Sharon, where's the money?
In a very safe place.
The guy eventually figures out that he was conned and he hires a private detective to help him.
There wasn't a stick of furniture in the place.
All right, Eddie, that's enough. I've got the picture.
Private Dick Rick Taylor.
Look, Ed, you've been had. And I think you know that. And I don't want you to feel bad about it because these things happen all the time.
Cops, they set a trap like they do for the hookers.
Well, they do something like that.
Oh, well, set it up. Then you let the police know and they catch them red-handed.
In flagrante delicto.
Exactly.
This doesn't do anything to forward the plot, but there's a really nice lesbian scene between these two out right out in the open on the side of the road somewhere. I wish I could show you more, but
I'm gonna make you calm. Yes.
meanwhile she's at it again trying to pick up a new victim.
I'm sure you'd appreciate it.
Sounds great.
I guarantee it.
Where do you live?
In Lincoln.
That kind of ritzy for an airline stewardess.
My husband makes an ample salary.
You fucking horse, Samantha, you thought I was in Yugoslavia, didn't you?
Gotta zoom in again.
Take it easy, Joe.
I'll kill you, you bitch!
What are you gonna do, Samantha?
I'll shoot! No, you wouldn't dare!
Anyway, Private Dick Rick Taylor finds her.
Look, kid, I don't know what to tell you. You got a minute?
Sure, I'm just getting off duty right now.
And he's gonna con her.
Let's phone my flight. Do we have some place where we go and talk?
To pretend that he's a Hollywood producer or something. And he takes her home.
Do you want to come inside?
Or vice versa.
Sure. Inside your mouth.
Business before pleasure.
So he's pretending he's some sort of like Hollywood producer, director, or someone who's going to put her in a movie. So she takes him to her house. So while he's doing her, the fake husband comes home again.
You thought I was still in Miami, didn't you?
Take it easy, Joe. Take it easy.
Kill you, bitch.
I'm warning you. I'll shoot.
You wouldn't dare.
Turns out though that he's really dead. There were real bullets in the gun this time.
Freeze. What happened?
He's trying to make a citizen's arrest.
Desk Sergeant, please. Sergeant Rick Taylor speaking. I'd like to report a homicide. Of 1422 Hillside Drive.
Sharon Kelly, otherwise known as Colleen Brennan, is his secretary.
How the hell did a live bullet get in Miss Mills magazine?
I've never heard a combat before.
I'm talking about the bullet that was in the gun that killed McAvaney. Deceased.
No,
They flew around with each other too.
Maybe it was the other guy.
No, wrong again. And if you can't keep your mouth shut, stand up and I'll fuck you instead.
Golly gee, would ya?
Oh, shit, fuck, suck, cock, screw, titty, bosom, hair pie, nibble, nobble, chew. Oh, cat shit, rat shit, finger fucking twat. 69 assholes tied in a knot. Yay, fuck!
For some reason, Rick Taylor is able to interview the woman who shot the man.
At the airport. I just got in from Florida.
And she basically tells the story about how she conned the guy that originally hired him.
The call
They met again after he paid her off that $25K.
It's just been such a nightmare. You understand, don't you?
Of course, but you should have called. I didn't know what happened. You could have been in jail. How would I know?
Well,
And they did it again.
What do you want me to do?
Undress.
Should I leave my stockings on?
Yeah.
You dirty man.
Come here.
You just fucked.
You don't think he knows anything?
I don't think so. It's hard to tell. I think he just wanted to get laid.
So he's happy.
I guess so. He almost fucked me to death. So I came back to the room and Ed was already dressed. I told him my mother got sick and I had to go.
Well, what did he say?
Nothing.
He didn't seem to mind, huh?
No, as a matter of fact, I was really surprised.
Oh.
Rick Taylor has it all figured out now.
Then you drove home.
Right.
Wrong.
Go on.
You drove your car to 1196 South Beverly Drive, Beverly Hills. You parked your car at approximately at 11:25.
He's taping this conversation too. When she went to make that phone call, he snooped around, found her gun, and found fake bullets in it, and decided to put a real one in there. Like I said, he taped the whole conversation, and he calls in the cop. George Buckflower.
Garner, you're under arrest. Who are you? I'm Little Red Riding Hood. Who the hell do you think I am?
Our film ends with one final sex scene, which I can't show you, while this lady watches.
Anybody want to buy a duck?
Yeah, I've never heard it called that before.
Alright, let's talk about this movie called Love Games. This is a movie that I have on a pre-recorded VHS tape. It's put out by Luna Video, which is the same people who did private screenings. They put out a bunch of these things in the late 80s, and this is one of them. It's a 1976 film. The only person of really renown is George Buckflower. He plays that Patty O'Brien, the sheriff or cop near the end of this movie. He played several movies around that time period where he played cops. Criminally Insane is another one that comes to mind, and something else I reviewed recently, which I can't recall, but this movie also had Sharon Kelly in it. She, also known as Colleen Brennan, she did some porn work in the 70s. Did a lot of softcore stuff too. Redhead. Anyway, the movie itself is a softcore film, and it's about this woman who basically picks up men in bars. She picks up men who she's way out of their league for. Picks up older men, that sort of thing. Takes them home, has sex with them, and then she pretends that she has this guy burst in who's pretending to be her husband, as well as some other guy, and they burst in, and she freaks out, and then she shoots him, and of course the guy that she was just screwing takes off, and she wasn't really shooting the guy, though, it was just a ruse. And then she goes to the guy that she was screwing the next day and says, boy, I'm in real trouble, you gotta help me out. Basically, she's trying to extort money out of him, and the first guy that she gets $25,000. Well, eventually the guy figures out that he's been conned. He goes to a private investigator to help him try to get his money back or whatever. But at this point, he's a rich guy, and he's like, you know what? It's more about principle to me. I just want you to get her arrested, do something. So the guy agrees to do that. He hires the guy to do this. And he ends up finding the woman at one point and sleeps with her, and then she pulls the same ruse on him. However, this time when she shoots, there were real bullets in the gun, and the guy that she was with dies. So our private investigator runs out of the house, but then he comes back in with a gun and says, everybody's under arrest. This is a citizen's arrest. And the next thing you know, I don't know if she was actually arrested or not, but the private investigator was interviewing her, although I don't know why, because he's not a real cop. He's not an actual cop, but anyway, he gets to the bottom of it. It turns out the guy who hired him, the first guy, got revenge on his own because he kept in touch with the woman. And I went back to her apartment and put real bullets in the gun to teach her a lesson. And anyway, at the end of the movie, he gets the guy to admit to all this, and he was taping him at the time, so George Buckflower comes in and arrests him, and that's basically how our movie ends. So anyway, there actually was a plot to this movie, and it was pretty easy to follow, so there's that. A lot of nudity in this movie, full frontal male, full frontal female, just a lot of penis and vagina in this movie. There's some really risque stuff in here too. Now, it was not hardcore by any means. It was certainly softcore, and it was pushing the limits on some occasions as well. Very dirty, this movie is. But anyway, it is what it is, right? So anyway, not much more you can say about it. I got this from Something Weird. They're the only people I know of who have this on DVD, or DVD-R is what they do. Now, I heard they were, Something Weird says they're going out of business in terms of creating DVD-Rs in 2020. This is the last year you can get DVD-Rs from them. So I had to look through my list real quick to see if there's anything else I needed from them before they stop. And I picked up the few that I did. I think I'm all done with them now, at least for what I need. And one of them was Love Games. So anyway, check it out. I'll leave a link to the VHS tape on Amazon if you're looking for it down below. I think it's pretty reasonable at this point still. Or get it from Something Weird for the next 10 months. That's all you're going to get. So check it out. Leave some comments. It's Love Games. Watch it. Bye.